Okay, Jasmine, congratulations. We're in a situation, and I think you're aware of this, you're actually sailing single-handed around the world at the moment. How does that make you feel?
Um, yeah, it makes me feel excited, especially 'cause, yeah, just stages. Everything's like one little bit at a time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you really understate yourself a lot of the time. You sort of say, oh, I don't know how to sail, I don't know this, that, and the other, and blah, blah, blah. But you do it anyway. How come?
Well, you just have to, don't you? Even if you don't know what you're doing.
No, you don't have to. There's something driving you, like everything you're
No.
doing.
Yeah. It's cool. I want to.
Cool, want to. Bit of
Yeah.
rebellion too. Bit of I told you I could, and I would, and I did.
Sort of. I'm like, if I say something's like if I say, oh, I could do that, then I'm very much someone that will have to prove it.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I've got
yeah,
to be careful what I say.
yeah. Okay. I think once before we went over some of the bits about your background, and you know, we knew each other. We met at the Southampton Boat Show a long time ago, and then you came back and got involved, and so we had some online discussions and things like that. And for whatever reason, you build a picture in your head of what that person might be. And I was really shocked when we had a big conversation big conversation in Lagos, and you really come across as a country girl, and wholesome, earthy values and an inner strength. So, can you try and describe your childhood a little bit? Not the huge story for ours, but just give us sort of like one or two, minute or so, or 2 minutes about your young school days, some of the crazy things you might have been doing back then, and just to try and find out where some of that's coming from.
Okay, so when I was younger, I was very much like a good girl, did nothing wrong. Like, was just trying to like get by without being shouted at. And which is still now, but also I care a lot less now if people shout at me. But yeah, I just grew up in the middle of Yorkshire, so not very near the sea at all. We'd go to the beach maybe a few times a year, take the dogs for a walk and stuff like that. And it would be when I would go on a holiday to Scotland that I would be by the sea, and I just always, as soon as I see the sea, I just run straight into it. I absolutely love it because I love water. So yeah, I spent most of my childhood just doing sport, every different sport under the sun, from basketball, netball, hockey, football, rugby. Modern pentathlon took over quite a lot. So fencing, shooting, running, swimming, bit
You
of
were doing all that.
riding.
Fencing, shooting, running. Yeah.
So yeah, I spent from probably age 10 till 18 focusing on modern pentathlon. Managed to get into international level, which is really good. But then I was like, I just want to travel. I wanted to see the world. So that's when I went to the Caribbean, and then got involved a little bit with boats. Then found out about the road led to the swim led to me to here. But yeah, that's it kind of wrapped up. But sport has been like a massive thing for me. Not particularly bothered about school, just literally did enough to pass exams. I probably could have been a lot smarter, a lot cleverer if I actually studied, but I did the bare minimum to just get by because I was also tired a lot of the time from training, and I'd rather spend time with friends, dogs, or sport.
Amazing. Okay, so if I was to ask you the question, say we just met for the first time, and I said, yeah, "What's your career? What do you do to make a living? What do you do?
So my job, I say right now, but that I have been doing since I was like 16. I'm a lifeguard and a swimming teacher, so teach a lot of swimming, and I do anything really that at the time when I'm there, 0 contracts of jobs. So I've done a lot of bar work. Yeah, I do just little things like dog sitting, anything that that I enjoy that I can just get some extra cash. Worked really hard, a lot of hours just before the MGR because I needed as much money as possible. But in the future, there is lots of discussions. Every time I speak to a different person, I get a different idea about what I want to do, and this is an idea. And I'm birthed next to Kerry, so we've just been having long discussions about maybe I'll join the Navy and all of this. So there's, future.
Has Kerry been
no
twisting
idea.
your arm?
Kerry, yeah, he paints it in a good light. definitely.
Yeah.
And you just see how he is, and that he's such a lovely person. You're like, hang on, if the Navy shaped him into that, then then it can't all be too bad.
Yeah, self-discipline's everything, eh? That's amazing too. Anyway, I feel as if I thought I knew you a bit better than I do. Anyway, that's cool. All right, so you're a diverse skill set at the moment, but the interesting thing for me is I know what I went through. You know, I never really settled, but if you just look at the average person, I mean, you don't really know what career you've got until you get in your late 20s or early 30s to a degree. So, and you've got a very interesting foundation happening right now. So I will watch with great interest your future over the next 10, 15 years. What about your parents, your mum and so on? You know, what do they do? You know, like just to help understand your background.
Literally, I couldn't be probably from I don't know. My mum works for English Heritage.
Yeah.
So she does. She's like a museum curator and leads projects over the northeast of England for doing up castles and abbeys and stuff.
Fantastic.
Probably getting this very wrong, but she does that and projects in different places.
Yeah.
My dad took early retirement from working for the council.
Fantastic.
So nothing to do with sport or adventuring or traveling or anything like that.
And brothers and sisters, or?
Yeah.
How many in the family?
I've got one sister, but very different people.
Yeah.
Very different ideas about life.
Yeah.
And don't talk.
That's exactly the same as me. I've got a brother and a sister, the Mr. and Mrs. Average. They're great, like them. You know, we're not a super close, lovey-dovey family and stuff. Nothing, you know, we get on well, but completely different than me. So, okay, that's fantastic. At least I know what's going on there now. And I hate to tell you this, but I think you've got to stop saying you don't know how to sail anymore, right? But there's plenty of other challenges happening. Where do you see, how do you feel about the fact you've got this far and it's all happening and you're here now and running in the jungle and day and everyone's having a bit of fun, stressed out about moving boats and stuff? But are you enjoying it? Is it what you thought, you know, and you know?
Yeah, it's not exactly what I'd have thought, just because I try not to think about all the good things that might be happening, just in case it doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't want to like look forward to something because it's not a guarantee, basically. So I didn't really know what to expect of Panama, and it's amazing. I love it. It's every bit of me, this area anyway.
Yeah.
For sure, and everything with the boat and sailing. It's there. I'm gradually sorting stuff out, but I'm like, we do have a bit of time, and it's okay. But when I think about the sailing and going back to sea, I suddenly go, oh my God, I can't sail. But then when I'm out there and I'm doing it, it's okay. It's just the thought of going back is scary, basically. I don't know. It's a weird one. I can't get my head around it.
You thought of going back sailing?
It's scary because I'm like, I can't sail. Yeah, I suddenly panic. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I've got a new sail arriving and stuff like that. And it's when you get onto the boat and you get into the swing of it, it's all okay. After a few days, no problems. But then it's just that initial going back out there. I'm always a bit like,
That's pretty normal to a degree. I think you're confusing the fact that every time you go to sea, there's always a bit of apprehension because you know it's an adventure with an unknown outcome. Mm-hmm. You know, you've got to face whatever's thrown at you. But slowly but surely the confidence levels build and so on. But anyway, so you're doing a great job. How's the boat going? How's the work list going? How's your sort of settling on board and wind vanes and all that sort of stuff happening?
Yeah, I'm settled. I'm happy. I like my boat, even though everybody else seems to have a better boat.
What do you call better?
Just smarter. They've got places to put stuff. It's just a bit more well designed for them because they designed it themselves.
Yeah.
My boat was built for one crossing to do it with the bare minimum as fast as you can.
Yeah.
So, and it's not exactly the prettiest and all of this and stuff. So I do like my boat. It's a good boat. But yeah, when you go through a couple of beers on different people's boats, I'm like, yours is better. So you see like Argo, like the just a precision of just like the nav table coming down and that little click as it goes together.
Yeah.
And there's me that literally has to under my bunk, it's tied with paracord. and like it doesn't go down properly unless I proper shove it. And then I just go to bed with it like half open. I roll over in the night and then it will slam shut, sort of thing.
Yeah, more strength to you. I know exactly what you mean. And don't worry, Etienne, we still love you, mate. You'll be watching thinking, oh boy. But you're exactly right. There's huge investments in some of these boats, building love and time and this, that, and the other. So, but you are doing a great job. Is it still staying? Did you get much water down below on this leg?
Not as much as before because I didn't get as much. The waves were smaller, basically, so I had fewer waves just crashing straight over the top of me.
Yeah.
Don't know whether that was just because of the waves or because I've learned how to sail better.
Probably a bit of both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did get some, obviously, with the rain and everything, just because my hatches leak, basically. Yeah. But it's manageable. It's fine.
So what are you sleeping with when you're down below? You've got upholstery. Like bunk cushion?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a, I think we got it from Argos, which is like just a store you can get everything from. And it's a 3 block bed that you could just like fold out or you can make into a chair. And
oh, yeah.
But I might need to replace at some point a halfway round or something just because I flipped it the opposite way round and it was so much like thicker. Okay, right. Yeah, basically. But again, it's just budget, and these things were like £60 each compared to the actual boat upholstery stuff, which is like 400.
Yeah, exactly. Not too true. So, how was the food on this last leg? Compared to the Atlantic, was it similar? You sort of still like what you're eating, and you can find the right food.
I ate more this time. I was surprised because normally I don't really eat very much when I go to sea.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wanted to eat more, and I think that's because I'm more relaxed, more comfortable on the boat, and I've got time.
Yeah. On
the Atlantic, I was just like stressed completely.
Yeah.
First of all, the leg to Lanzarote literally didn't eat anything the entire time, so I was like ridiculously. I was like stick thin. And then the Atlantic, like ate a bit more than that, and then the Caribbean Sea. Yeah, I'm now like okay. Yeah, we've settled into it. So I need to provision now. I know what I like a little bit more and what I might want.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fine.
That's cool. Did you go? Oh, you wouldn't have gone swimming this leg because it was all pretty quick again. No calms, Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. And so, entertainment. What do you do to distract yourself? To get off the boat psychologically when you're still on the boat and sailing.
I think about literally anything and everything.
Yeah.
There's so much I think a lot about the future.
Yeah.
And about the different paths that I could take and what I want and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And where certain things might lead to.
Because part of that deal is fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're like me. Exactly the same.
And then I think about, to be fair, this leg I was a bit more focused on where to go, which routes to take, and I was thinking a lot about that. I was looking at I learned how to read the weather properly on this leg, learned how to read the currents, actually looked at windy and sea that you can put my location on it exactly.
Yeah.
Little stuff like that, so I was doing a lot of that.
So you're using the Starlink Mini. Yeah.
And I'm watching the tracker, following the others, and I'm trying to work out what the others are doing and why they're doing it.
Yeah.
So for me, this leg was the biggest learning curve for me because there was other people around me, and therefore I could compare myself to others and wondering, okay, I lost this much speed overnight, and I can pretty much tell you what sails somebody else had up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, that was brave. I wouldn't have done that. Even though they gained distance, I was too scared for that. But maybe next time I would do it and they wouldn't run away and stuff like that. So for me, I'm still really learning. I'm loving watching what other people are doing, especially if I can see someone and I'm like, yeah, their sails up, and I'm like, and then you look back 2 hours later and I'm like, they've not overtaken me yet. I'm doing something right. So
well, it's exactly right. You were actually in the game for sure. We were watching what was happening, and I didn't realise that you were using your Starlink and maybe as much, but you were doing really well. I talk
to others as well.
Yeah.
So everybody, I've got a good friendship. We're all really, really close.
Yeah.
But I think people know that I'm not competitive.
Yeah.
So therefore, they can help me, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Basically.
For now, just keep fooling them. Yeah. There's a long way to the finish.
Yeah. But so I'm speaking to Jacob, and Jacob's saying, hey, Jazzy, maybe try doing this. What about that? Overnight, I'm going to do this. I'm like, okay, right, we're next to each other. We'll agree that at 8 o'clock, we're going to drop the spinnaker and pull out the jib instead.
Yeah.
And then we did, and we're speaking over the radio, and it's really nice. So we're like, oh, okay, we're in our
This is when you're really close. It's on the VHF.
Yeah, and I can literally see him.
Yeah.
And it's really, it's just stuff like that. It's really nice. And then I speak over WhatsApp to others. I speak to Canadan quite a lot because he helps me out, and he's there like, okay, maybe do that, maybe do this. I can't tell you, I can't help you exactly. It's your decision.
Yeah.
But like if you were to follow my route, you can see what's going to happen here. And said stuff, for example, he was there like, so I am currently going at like 3.8 knots. You're exactly 24 hours behind me. So if you follow me to here, the current's going to do this. And so you're getting, yes, you can read from the tracker, but it's not the same as actually knowing what it's like out there.
Yeah.
So yeah, if I can see that I'm pretty much following someone else, I can speak to them and they'll say, yeah, it's a good idea, or no, don't follow me.
Well, there was a few of them closing the finish line, sitting right in the worst of the current. You know, they missed it. Did you actually go? Get onto the Windy Weather website, or just use the tracker website? Weather.
Just so on the tracker on my phone, I can't see the weather on that.
Oh, you're using your phone on the Starlink.
Yeah, so it's all just my phone.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So I use Windy app separately to the other apps.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it's still got useful info. So I'm not sure who hasn't got a bloody Starlink for the next leg.
Everybody's just bought them, so I've got somebody to order me some cables and everything, so we can get everybody set up, because I want to talk to everybody.
Yeah,
just
it's
as
amazing.
Much. So Jacob over the radio was saying, "Can you send a message in the WhatsApp group for me?" So then I did, and they said, and then say something like, let's have a party so they know it's definitely me. So then I'm relaying the messages to different people, and again, even kind of Dan, he's there like, can you just Google something for me, because otherwise it'll take me forever to do it. So now I'll Google it, and then I can relay, this is what's going, like, this is the information that you need. And again, me looking at the weather for him and stuff, and then if I can send him the weather, then he can explain it to me.
Perfect.
So it all works together really nicely. So.
It's amazing. It's changing the face of so many things. I mean, even for us, we can run the race off of our other boat in Fiji using Starlink. But anyway, it's fun for here. People will be able to follow a lot of stuff. So we'll look forward to following that. Anyway, so your new sail, you excited about that? You sort of think you know where it's going to work and so on?
Not yet.
Yeah.
Again, I need to go to the marina office to make sure that I can actually get it, because I've got to pay the import tax or something. It's currently in FedEx, so I need to speak to them, otherwise, and I don't know how to pay it, so I need to ask them.
Yeah.
But once that arrives, I need to figure out exactly how it works, which halyard I'll be using, where it goes, and whether I put it on its own furler, or whether I swap it out for my A3 furler or something like that.
Yeah, there's a few options.
I'm not sure yet. I need to speak to other people.
Yeah. Okay. Technical stuff. All right, that's cool. So, have you had a chance to even have a look at the next leg and think about marquises or anything? Nothing? No?
Not yet.
Yeah. Enjoy the moment rather than you get there.
I've been listening to other people's discussions. And then I'm very much like, look at it from, I think sometimes somebody that doesn't know very much look at it from that point of view. So they're all discussing north and south of Galapagos. And then I was just like, what? Why are you discussing that? Like, surely it's pretty obvious. And then I was like, and then I looked at the weather. I was like, why would you go north? To me, that's like, but also I don't know very much. But I'm like, what are they talking about? Why would you go north? And trying to listen into everything else, I'm like, okay.
Oh, my two bobs worth. Imagine if you had the option to stop in Galapagos, I wouldn't.
Oh, I would.
That might answer your question. Yeah, of course you would. So would I. I'd want to, but if I was going to, and you can under the racehorse, as you know, if you want to stop in there, you can. But anyway, the challenge is once you get there is getting out of the place. Right? There's some big challenges on the other side. So anyway, but I'll let you make your decisions. But yeah, it'd be good. I'd never been Galapagos. I'd love to go there, but one of those things. Anyway, part of the course, you've got the Starlink so you can follow the weather.
I'm just going to follow the others, to be honest.
Yeah.
But this last leg, so Adam had helped me and was like, right, these are my waypoints, aim for these. And then I saw he was going really far north, and I'm thinking, is he doing that on purpose? Yes, his waypoints are up there, because I've got his waypoints.
Yeah.
I was like, nobody else is doing it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, right, I'll stay slightly more north, not as south as the Wally others.
Yeah.
But like, I don't want to go all the way up there with Adam just because nobody else is doing it. Not that I don't trust him or anything, but it was just, hang on, I'm very much stay with the majority.
Yeah.
So this one again, I'm going to be stay with the majority and basically just ask people, what are you doing? Why are you doing it? And probably be quite annoying.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So you say you love your boat. Tell me the good things about living on the boat and sailing and being at sea by yourself and so on, and then I'll ask you to tell me the bad things, or the things that drive you nuts.
To be fair, it's probably going to be the same answer for both. I love the fact that no one can bother me, and it's up to me when I talk to other people.
Yeah.
Like, I love that. So I turn the Starlink off. I don't have to turn it on. I don't have to.
Is that a threat?
Yeah.
I can see that.
And I can just sit there.
Yeah.
And just be in my own little world. And yeah, I don't. And it's just a great excuse. You know, like, people are messaging. I'm like, I'm at sea. I can't reply.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of the time it's that. I really enjoy that. I love being at sea and the excitement for getting somewhere else.
Yeah.
I think, and yeah, as I said, like, just knowing that other people are around me. This leg, that was brilliant, and I do like it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So what drives you nuts?
I think the food. Yeah, I want to be able to properly cook, but it just moves around so much, and it's all just like, I'll spill it. Then it's just annoying, and I'm like, it's not worth the hassle. Like, it just isn't. But then I get really hungry. So that is annoying. I don't really like nighttime either. Like, I'm not really a fan of that. So,
why not? What's?
Don't know. I just like to see what's going on a little bit more.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and like changing sails, everything's just easier during the day. I've got better. This leg, I wasn't as bothered about nighttime, but on the Atlantic, I got like really scared about when it came to nighttime.
Yeah.
So I put as few sail up as possible.
Yeah.
Basically, but now I'm building up my confidence. I don't like that. And yeah, what drives me more nuts? How other people can just be faster. Like, how are they doing it?
Break it down. You know what you're describing about, not like sail at night time. That's good. What's called good seamanship. It's common sense.
Yeah.
You're setting your own standards, and you're mixing that with why are they going so bloody fast, and makes you get the guilt, thinking that you've taken too much sail area off.
Yeah.
You probably haven't taken too much sail area off, because that's good seamanship. But as you get more and more experience, the situation's changing.
Yeah.
You know, something.
I say I'm going to finish. Hopefully, well, I'll still be at the lower level of sailing than what everybody else here started at when I finish.
You might be surprised, because there's a bit of a curve. You know, you learn a lot in the beginning, and you never stop learning. I'm still learning. You know, you never stop learning, but you'll catch up a lot, right, and get very close, because you're talking about sailing around the world. You're talking 26,000 miles. You know, so you might be surprised by the time you get to Fiji. I think you'll be in a situation where you're getting very close to everyone else in figuratively, you know, boat speed and things like that, as well as experience, because yes, there are some experienced sailors, but you're doing pretty well. So interesting stuff. All right, so there are your hates and likes and dislikes and so on. Now, I got to qualify this, because you're not a girly person, you're not a boy person, and this, that, and the other, but sometimes when I say things, I'll get comments, people say crazy. But do you miss any of the softer things in life of the issue of a small boat by yourself for a month on board? Probably you're not using a sleeping bag, you got to grab your old sheet or something like that. That's what I'd be doing, or whatever. Do you miss any of the finer points of life, like having showers every day and all that sort of stuff, I
miss washing my hair.
Yeah.
My hair just goes greasy and smelly.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. So, like, after a week, I just really miss washing my hair.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, I'm such a basic person anyway. I don't really have many, I say luxuries, but like, I'm pretty much wake up in the morning, 2 minutes before I need to leave the house, put on the clothes that I'd laid out on the floor the night before, brush my teeth, have a wee, feed my dog, leave.
Yeah.
That's it. That's me.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty basic as it is. So there's not much to kind of miss.
Yeah.
Apart from washing my hair, even showering, not bothered about that. Like, feel grubby, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just my hair.
Yeah. Okay. And so, do you have any screaming moments of joy or frustration on the boat where you scream and say, "What the bloody," like, or is that all over since Lanzarote ship?
No, I'll still, when the boat does something, I will still swear at the sea. Like if I get a gust or get backwinded or something, or a big wave comes and soaks me, like, yeah, I'll just swear at the sea and be like, mate, are you joking? That was not necessary, was it? And then and then just sort of like carry on. But like in terms of like joy moments, I'm always like, if something's amazing, I'm like, oh my god, that's amazing! Like, and I just get really, really excited about stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm generally just pretty steady away. I don't often have down days either, not really, until like I speak to maybe another entrant and they're like, oh, hey Jazzy, I'm having a bit of a down day, don't know why. And I'm like, oh no, it's brilliant, like life's great, build them all up. And then I turn off my phone and then I go, oh, I feel down now, So yeah, it's just one of them.
That's the big one. It's like in the GGR when you get full restrictions and then once a week you make a call or something. It's got its pluses and minuses. Sometimes you don't want to know about it. Anyway, that's cool. All right. So, is there something? I know you're not looking forward too far because you want to take it one day at a time. But is there something one thing that you haven't achieved yet within the MGR, like something that's really a peak or something you're looking forward to a lot? In the specific legs.
I think probably for any sailor, I'm looking forward to crossing the equator.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, I'm like, it's hot enough as it is now, so maybe not. Yeah, I'm just, I don't know, just getting to the next place, feeling that achievement of coming in and tying up to the dock. That's the feeling that I really enjoy, just finishing. Like when I finished here, it just got sunset. And I literally was motor sailing past the breakwater as fast as I can. I was like, I've got to get there before it gets dark. I've got to get there. I had like Coconut on the radio. I had Dan Turner ringing me over the phone. So he's one end of the marina, Coconut's at the other end of the marina, but we're all talking through the phone and the radio and me all together. And I was just trying to race it in and they're like, right, we're going to have like torches, we'll guide you in. As I came in, apparently I got like the full big reception of it all and everybody was there like blowing the horns and everything. I was like, hi, but I'm like, thank you, but I've not made it to land. And as soon as you tie up on the dock, I'm there like, yes. And it's that feeling of wobbliness.
Yeah.
And you're like, is the dock moving or is it me?
Yeah.
That feeling, I think, is just something really special
Yeah,
that I look forward to, even though it's a horrible feeling.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's an amazing story. You're doing an incredible job. You've tied up with, you've got lots of different partners and stuff pushing you through, but you're tied up with Rotary International as well. That's kicking in all over the place now. Did you have fun with delivering those bits the other day?
Yeah. Oh, it was brilliant. Like I'd just gone and I'd met up with the Rotary guys, been to like their clubhouse and stuff. Saw they were packing all of these bags. I was like, what's this for? Told me about they're off up to school to deliver literally like stuff that kids have nothing, literally nothing. I was there like, oh, when are you doing that? I said tomorrow. I was there like, can I come?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, of course you can. So like did that, and it was just really, really, it was amazing to just do something like that. And then they've been brilliant. Went out with them yesterday. We went up to the Canal Museum. We went to Fort Lorenzo. And then they were like, oh, we'll take you out for some fried chicken. I was like, oh, what a win. And what was even better was like I had leftovers from 3 times I've gone out, I've had leftovers, and I could just bring back and I can give it to other people.
Yeah.
I'm like, so yeah, I came back, I was like, oh, Kerry, I got like 5 pieces of fried chicken, I'm going out for tea.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, there's your tea. So it's just really nice like that I can also like share with other people.
Yeah.
And then also I'll find out about stuff, and then I'll be like, hey, look, these guys are doing this, and they're helping me get other people's Starlink cables imported because they've got Amazon accounts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And, like I was just speaking to somebody about batteries and they're saying, oh, right, okay, here's 3 places to go in the city. Don't go this place, it's in a red zone. Do this, don't do that. So, yeah, they're just absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, cool. That's part of the deal. I got to say, you mentioned about it's so cool here. I had a vision of what this marina was like, and it's nothing like it actually is. It's pretty nice here, eh? It's a nice part of the world. So, okay. Do you want to say good day to any of your partners or anything like that before we start to wrap it up?
Just shout out to the sponsors.
Yeah.
So Econ, Vision PVC, Hills Print, and also I have a couple of new sponsors, and one of which got my sale for me, Tandem Patent, so that's quite exciting.
Tandem Patent?
Yeah.
What do they do? Patent lawyers or something?
Yeah,
really?
Of engineering stuff.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so like someone will invent something in engineering and they'll patent it for them.
Oh, we should talk to them, Jane. We invented the MGR. But, anyway, we'll chat later.
So, and then there's still time to sponsor me because Anti-Foul here, I've just spent, well, I think the guy from the arena, it's like $450. But the guy from the marina, I don't think the payment went through, so he's just come to chase me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She's bad for it. She's bad
he's
for
just
it.
left, he's got fed up with waiting.
Yeah, finish it here, go to the channel.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It was $750 in Antigua.
I know, which is why I waited to do it here. But like, it's a good one that I've got, but then again, I need new batteries. Try and charge $800 for 2 new AGMs.
Cheapest.
And I'm like, are you joking? That's why I'm going into the city. Hopefully I can get them half the price and stuff.
Yeah.
So basically this is going to be like a $3,000 island.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's not even an island.
Yeah.
A $3,000 place.
Stopover.
So, like, and you think about that and we're literally on the first stop. So I'm like, so people want to sponsor me. Definitely, because it's...
yeah, it adds up. I got asked some questions today. I did a Q&A session and people were asking how much people are spending to do the race. And I said, well, you can name your own price. Depends on how you do it and
I know
what you do.
Some people staying in like they've got a couple of nights when they got here to land and I'm like, we're only at sea for 10 days.
Yeah, exactly.
And stuff. And and then it's like, hang on, if you have a meal out per day and whatever, everything just adds up. So I'm very much like, so I made I call it an omelette. It was not an omelette. Just a potato, onion and egg mushed together on my boat earlier.
Okay.
And then I'm like, right, that's me done for the day. Because a whole onion, whole potato and like half a box of eggs, straight down, I'm good. So, it's just stuff. So if everyone sponsors, that'll be amazing.
So I got to say, you're one of the most sponsored, not for value. I won't go into the dollars, but you've got a lot of sponsors, and I see a lot of interaction that goes on. And you've got a great manager. She's sort of
she's well on it.
Yeah, she's doing bits and pieces. So that's good. Do you find that to be a pleasure? Well, I ask the question: is it a pressure or is it a pleasure to have the partners? And is it worth the effort?
It's a pleasure. There isn't much effort I need to do, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think the hard work has been built up over time to get the followers.
Yeah.
To then get the engagement for then the sponsors.
Yeah.
And to be honest, for what most people would pay for the marketing of the advertising that they get, it's a very good deal.
Yeah.
For the prolonged amount of time that it is as well. So, it's not a pressure at all. I just do what I can.
That's cool. All right. Well, that's really good, Jasmine. So the program now is when do you come out of the water? What's on season?
Tuesday. As long as I've not been wiped off the board again.
Check every day.
I know.
There's a big nightmare going on at the moment.
I know it is, and the thing is, they're just randomly like, oh, you need to be on that. Oh, we'll squeeze you in, and then I can see at the times, and they've got 3 lift outs at one time, and I'm like,
someone's going to lose.
Not going to happen.
Yeah.
So I'm like, but the thing is, now I've bought that anti-foul.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I bought that anti-foul. I'm like, I need to be out of the water for a good couple of days to put that on.
Yeah.
Basically, and then. Yeah, it's just trying to sort out, like thinking of Gary as well. Because I'm like, okay, well, he needs to get booked in, so I've been doing that. And I'm like, I know he needs to anti-foul his boat. So I'm like, I've got enough that we could probably do 2 boats.
Yep.
Just thinking to get him sorted as well.
Yeah, exactly. All right, fantastic. Good luck. We'll see you on the other side shortly, and then we look forward to your next leg to Mauritius, and then 5.8m.
I need to find it on the map.
Yeah, it's out there on the other side. You haven't even looked at it on the map yet.
Well, the thing is, it's such a long way away.
It is.
That you have to move the map, and by then you've lost which direction you're at.
It's shocking, eh? They should just make it simpler.
I need a globe.
Absolutely.
To be honest, I need an actual
and you don't have time to do it, because now that you're a sailor, you'd rather be sailing than navigating.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. Jeepers, never mind. Have a word to, no. Could be Monty Python, no. John Cleese. John will see you up. What? Navigation? No way. Anyway, goodbye. Thanks. See you later.
See ya.
Bye-bye.